obviously it was a really long year last year. We've banged on that drum like a lot, right? For you guys, same deal. That issue with the wrist as well, probably really unraveled plans. When you got the Christmas break and you guys were actually able to take some downtime, how much time did you get off in that period? And then in terms of getting prepared for the start of this season, was it a clear plan? Was there any hurdles? Did you want to get into a boot camp? How did that all flow through?
There was a hurdle. So obviously, ending last year, we end at 6. We are having a discussion before starting the break. Obviously, we kept some contact during the break, like in the team chat or something. But we had a serious discussion about going to next year and set the plan up. So, like right now, it's easy to say, obviously, because things could have went a bit differently starting this year. But we made the decision. So we had pretty much 1 month exactly off, which is the longest break I've ever had. I'm really glad about it. Every one of us could chill and do anything they want. Obviously, because of COVID, maybe you can't travel, maybe you can't do this and that. But just for your mental, I think it's really nice to have this kind of break. But we made the decision about joining Summit, and we had about a week when we came back to practice for that one. So there's 1 month off. We had about a week. I don't remember exactly. Is it 9 days, 7 days? Doesn't really matter. But we come back, and the idea was that, okay, we play Summit. We kind of get the feeling back, right? And the worst case scenario is we bombed out of Summit, so it could like affect our confidence, I guess. So it's exactly what happened, right? But the idea was that we get into Summit with a week of practice. We play it to kind of get back into the groove of playing officials and starting the year. Then we have Blast and Katowice, which are really important, right? Well, turns out that like when we came back, obviously having this amount of break, you cannot go through any new stuff, it feels like, because you have to kind of remind all the basics. You have to play all the maps that you have in the map pool. You kind of have to remind yourself about the stuff you are doing from a day-to-day basis, and then go more into the specifics, right? So the 1 week we play, we obviously add a few stuffs after we noticed that we can play a map comfortably, that we could add something new. But going into Summit, I don't really remember the score lines we had or the matches we had even. But anyways, it was a miserable tournament and we bombed out on the groups, I'm pretty sure, without having a win. So then we have Blast next, and we didn't get lucky with the Blast group. We were on Group A starting 2 or 3 days after Summit. So every mistake, everything that happened in Summit, you have 2 days to fix, and you still want to add something new to your playbook, right? So we go to practice, we try to fix as much as we can in like 2 days. Then we go to Blast and we get 0-2 there as well. Don't remember how the matches went, but still no wins, right? And right now the whole team is feeling like, man, I just want to win a map, even like not a series, but a map. Like it feels really rough being like a top 6 team when the season ended and having a good mindset. Then we come back this year losing every single game, not having a chance at winning even a map. And then we do have 1 week and maybe 2 days of practice. And I think the practice we had and the stuff we added was, I think, really good. It felt really good before going into Katowice. On Katowice, we started the first game by winning Fnatic. And then we have 2 series that I think both involve a 14-16 loss. But anyways, we lose both of the series. Let's say we could have somehow won either one of them, right? We could maybe potentially get into playoffs, do something, right? But again, we lose both of the series with out of the tournament. It felt much better as a team. If you take all into consideration, like we got a lot of practice and we got a lot of new stuff. So obviously it felt better than the last 2. But still, 3 tournaments in a row, all miserable results, all something that no one was prepared of. And right now it obviously sucks.
Okay.
Not much else to say.
So what do you think was actually the problem though? Because, well, yeah, like you said, like at the end of last year, you were actually looking like you had a chance to win some tournaments, you know, with the 2 second places in New York and Flashpoint. So yeah, what went wrong at the start of the year then?
I mean, I obviously tackled the first 2 tournaments, but considering the last 2 matches we played, the last 2 series, I don't know really. Like, I guess there's no excuses. Like, we tried to do everything we could in terms of everyone stepping up individually, having something new in your playbook, but nothing just felt clicking on the actual deciding matches. So I cannot go to excuses of like, oh, we went 0-4 in pistols here and lost the first gun round here, or lost the 1-3 here. Like, we had more than enough to show something, right? But guess we couldn't do it.
What do you think? What do you think you guys are generally missing from, like, obviously you've made it to like this top 10 stage, which is a big milestone, obviously. You know, you have yet to win a tournament, only just gotten close at the last year. What do you think is like the next step that you have to take to get to that point where you can contest for some wins and actually get them, and maybe contest like for like a top 3 place in the world?
I think it honestly doesn't take anything else but to headshot individually, because we've been a team for like 14 months right now, and our playbook is really deep, and the amount of scenarios we went through, or the rules we have, or the decisions we take when we got this control of the map, or anything like that, it's you know, it's so down to the detail that, like, obviously I remember most of them because most of them are made by me, or it's just like the mindset I have, right? But there is so much, we have so much, so it's more than enough to win something, in my opinion. Like, I feel like we have more than when I was in ENS and we won something with ENS. So it's just that the last thing is just individual clutching ability, this kind of stuff that wins us a crucial round, and maybe the match is 16-14 instead of 14-16, right? So that's something that I think we lack right now.
All right.